I'm going to let them do their business bit. I'm going to show you what I have picked up recently. Should we do this? So, I'm going to do this. Hello. Big screen mode. They're still fighting. You don't need to see it. You've seen that 100 times. Alright, they're going to win. Trust me. Oh, is that coming through? Isn't it? No, you can't hear it. Right, good. You can probably hear it in the background of my mic. Never mind. The first game on the list of things that I have picked up recently. The price is still on here, so you'll be interested in that, I'm sure, because some of these games go for a lot of bloody money nowadays. All of these purchases, these ones here, are from a gaming shop in the UK called CEX. I'm going to call it CEX because what they advertise it as being called is stupid. They think it's called sex. Okay? First game is Tekken 2. Now, this is probably one of my favourite Tekkens ever. I couldn't possibly tell you why. It's probably got something to do with the ending music of the game, because I used to play it and I'd sit back. It was my little reward for beating it with every single character, and you sit back and you're like, the end music for any Tekken game has always been bloody top tier, in my opinion. It's always been so good, and this one's no different. This one's a bit slower than the rest of the Tekkens. I mean, Tekken's way more complicated than this nowadays. And I mean, this compared to the Tekken 8, so slow, you know. But I love it. I don't know what it is about this game, and I had to have it back in my collection. All of these games, I'm going to tell you now, I have owned before. It sucks. I do have quite a few games still for the PS1 and PS2 because I just couldn't shift all of them. When I originally sold everything, it was like 500 quid for the games, 500 quid for all the systems, and I sold them all to CEX and got this money. So yeah, there we go. That should give you some sort of understanding of how many games I had and systems. Don't get me onto the PSP because I'll end up crying. The stuff that I've sold and the PS Vita, the stuff that I ended up getting rid of. Oh god, I'll never see it again. But we're going to concentrate at the moment on the PlayStation and the PlayStation 2 because these are probably. I mean, I've always said that the Dreamcast is my favourite system of all time, and it probably is because the arcade quality at home couldn't be matched, in my opinion. And it's what I had, it's what I loved, and I absolutely love the Dreamcast. But in reality, if you want to bring it down to numbers of how much hours, how much time I spent on a system, it's gonna if it's just purely on the numbers of how much time I spent on it, PlayStation 1 / PlayStation 2. I probably spent more time on the PlayStation 2. So I've got a lot of love for the PlayStation 1 and 2 and PlayStation 3 actually. But I will, if I ever get one of those again, I'll tell you why I love that system so much. I'm not getting into it now. But anyway, Tekken 2 is the first game. Second game I picked up. I didn't actually play an awful lot of this back in the day, but I want to because I love it. I now love it. Anyway, I've got this newfound love for these single player racing games. I don't know why. I get really into them now. Must be my old age or something. But Gran Turismo. Now, I think, is this video all backwards? It is, isn't it? £6, that one. It's good price on that. The original Gran Turismo. What have I got to say about it? It is blocky as hell. If you play this through the RGB HDMI cable, the pixels are so clear, and it looks really rough on this game, but I love it still. It's still really playable. The cars feel fantastic. It's not my favourite racing game on the system, though. My favourite racing game on the system, I think, is Ridge Racer Type 4. And recently I've been playing so much of that game, and I've got really back into it. And I saw somebody the other day on YouTube, I think it might have been Happy Console Gamer, I think he's called. And he had a Ridge Racer Type 4 t-shirt on, and I got really jealous. I was like, that looks so cool. I really want one. So I went looking for one, and I didn't realise they're like a classic t-shirt, and they go for hundreds of pounds. In the UK they do anyway. So I won't be getting one of those, unfortunately. The third game that I've picked up, again for the PS1, is a game I had to have back in the collection. This is a must-have. I already had number 8 and number 9 still in my collection. For some reason, when I traded on all the games, they didn't want those ones. Strange, because they go for a lot of money. But anyway, so I was missing this one, and this is probably one of my favourite games of all time. I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. I think it's pretty obvious. It is Final Fantasy VII. And this one went for £15 in CEX, which I don't think is bad. For a complete... It's complete. We've got the manuals. All of these got manuals. And the cases are all working. None of them are broken. Had to have it back in the collection. I felt really bad not having it when I had, especially when I had number 8 and number 9, which are also really good games. So I feel complete having that back in. That's one of my prized possessions back in my original collection. It's not a lot of money, but it means a lot to me because I've completed that about 8 or 9 times. I think back in the day, and I've played it on and off since as well. I've even recently, this is crazy, I said this on stream a while back, I managed to find my original Final Fantasy memory card for the PlayStation 1, and I put this in, and my character's like level 65, and obviously I've gone over I've played it so many times, I've had previous saves and gone over it over the time on this same memory card. Got some numbers on the back, I don't know what that's about. But it's really cool. I'm on disc 3 and I've got my original game. So at some point, probably on stream, I think I'm going to continue that save file. I just think that's really cool. Like, I haven't played that save file in about 25 years, I'm going to say. That's crazy, isn't it? I love that. I absolutely love that. So anyway, really chuffed about that one. The last game that I have picked up recently is for the PlayStation 2. I don't actually have a PlayStation 2 at the moment. I am in the process of getting one of my PlayStation Slims back off of a friend. He's actually told me he's going to deliver it to my mother's house. We live quite far away from each other. And he's nice enough to give it back. It was a gift. When I moved out of the game room, it was one of the things I couldn't get rid of for some reason. So I said to Graham, I said, do you want this? Because I knew his PlayStation 3 had broken down and he couldn't play any of his old games. So he had it off me. And he's nice enough, he's going to give it back to me. So thank you for that, Graham. Can't wait to get hold of that. But anyway, the game for the PlayStation 2 that I picked up recently is another Gran Turismo. Can you see the price on this thing? Gran Turismo 3. I don't remember this one too well either. My friend Graham says that he played this to death Like, I remember actually going over his place every now and again, and him and our other friend Adam, this is all they'd be playing all the time. So apparently this game is really bloody good. So I can't wait to get into this, pretty much for the first time, because I don't really remember playing this actually back in the day. But this game, it's all in reverse, because my camera is £2.50 from CEX. Bargain, that is. I hope a lot of PlayStation 2 games are around about this price. The ones that I want anyway, because I've got a big list of things that I want. I do actually have a retro game list. I got one from the Master System, which you can see in the background. I've been collecting for PS1 and the PS2. My PS2 list isn't that big, to be honest. There's a lot of RPGs. I do like an RPG. I want Burnout 3. I've heard that one's really good. Time Splitters 2. You guys remember that? These are things that I'm keeping an eye out for. I know they've got CEX Tricky in there. I just didn't pick. They've got it in there for about 15 quid. I didn't pick it up though because I'm an idiot. Soul Calibur, Star Trek Voyager, Elite Force. I really want that game. I have actually won another game on eBay, but it's not here yet. So I might wait until that one's come through. And then we can have another discussion about that in the future. Right. Probably going to put this up on YouTube, actually, a bit later. So, YouTube, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Don't forget to sub and all that stuff. If you want to, you don't have to. You know, nothing's going to happen if you don't want to. But if you want to see some of the stuff that I do in the future, pressing the sub button might help you keep up to date with what I'm up to. So that would be cool. And leave us something in the comments if you want to. Let's have a conversation. What are you playing? What games should I get since I've started collecting again for the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2? I'm always collecting Sega. I've got a Sega arcade cabinet, a glass cabinet here with all my old Sega systems in. So yeah, what do you think I should look out for? Let us know. I'll see you in the next YouTube video. Let's get back to the game. What am I doing?